It was a great feeling. I've been waiting a long time for this. It just felt amazing to be out there, the whole crowd, the atmosphere, all my teammates. It was an amazing feeling. Yeah, I was pretty satisfied.
Eric, little rough on the first drive. Coach said you guys didn't know really what to expect from them offensively. What you guys adjust to and recognize after that to be able to keep them out of the end zone the rest of the way?
Yeah, I think a lot of it had to do with like it being the first game. We really didn't know what they were going to run because always people are always coming up with new things the first game. So I think it was more of us just settling in and kind of getting control of the game and just understanding that we can be great if we just settle down.
What was it like in the locker room at halftime when you were down?
Yeah, it was kind of frustrating because we just expected to be playing better. So, we just had guys, keeping their composure. That was the main thing. His coach said that after the game, that we did a great job of keeping our composure. So I think that had a lot to do with it.
Tion, is that lift from the running game that you guys hope to show you can do a lot better? What do you think how you ran it?
I think we could do a lot better. You just got to execute. Everybody got to do their job. I think as the season progresses and goes on, we'll get better and better. We had a couple young guys in there in the beginning, but we just got to do our job and get better and better. I don't think it's what we expected, but we'll take the win though. But we just got to just be consistent, like down for down, and we'll be fine.
Hayden, how do you think you played?
I think we all started out pretty slow. Came out first possession. They weren't running anything that we thought they were going to do, so kind of made it tough for some passes. Started settling in, started making some plays. Receivers were making a lot of plays for me, getting open. And then the second half, we all came out and we just started executing.
You turned the ball over twice in the first half after the emphasis on not turning the ball over. What's going through your mind at that point?
Some weird turnovers. I know I can't do that, obviously. I just need to make better decisions. I need to protect the ball. Obviously, when somebody's coming behind me, it doesn't matter. If I can't see them, it doesn't matter. I got to be able to have two hands on the ball and get rid of it.
Obviously, second half, that wasn't a problem.
No, sir.
I feel like you finally started to get in a groove, finding Nate, finding Devin, Avery a little bit, and just starting to work the ball around and get used to these guys because it's such a different group.
Yeah, after a few possessions, it definitely felt like that. Receivers starting to get used to their routes. We all started getting used to each other. So we got the kinks out, and we can only go up from here.
Is that something you just can't simulate in practice? You have to get out there and
Exactly.
find bullets and figure it out?
Yes, sir. Yep, got to get out there with a real defense going full speed that is coming for you. Like all the time in the D-line, in practices, they're not really coming to tackle you. They'll brush you and they'll say sack, but they're not actually coming to get you. So that real game experience is definitely good for us going forward.
Yeah, that was an emphasis that we had coming into this season. Last year we didn't force a lot of turnovers, and I'm glad we finally did. And I'm just glad that we're starting to play as one team and not really have those busted plays that we had last year. So I feel like we can just keep holding the team together through defense, and the offense is only going to get better. So I feel like we have a good thing coming forward. A lot of it had to do with, I feel like they kind of ran some stuff we didn't expect. And so we ran a couple fronts up front that didn't really help us out. That's kind of why they kind of had a 17-play drive coming out. So I feel like we just had a lot to do with just settling in the game. That live speed is just something you got to get used to. So I feel like our D-line and linebackers got a lot better as the game went on.
Tion, was it good for you guys to have a game like that? The other day you talked about that team that could give us some trouble. Was it good to have it's closer than the score indicated, obviously?
Yes, sir, absolutely. Thank God it was here and at home, and we can go watch film tomorrow and correct everything, all our mistakes. But like I said earlier, you had a lot of young guys on the offensive line. A lot of new faces, first time playing their first time collegiate games ever, first snaps ever. So just getting the jitters out of the way. And I think we'll be fine. As an offense, you progress. Like as you go throughout the year, you get better and better. But like you said, thank God it was just this game, and we could just go watch the film and get better and better as we go.